Holly here, hope you're all well. In this video I'm going to be taking you through a slow, gentle practice. It's not going to be a flow as such, it's going to be more of a static practice, and we're going to take more of a restorative approach to some of these poses. So instead of seeking that deep stretch sensation or that kind of strengthening sensation in the body, we're going to be focusing more on just releasing tension and really letting go. So it's going to be a really grounding practice. It's also, you also might find it might be quite challenging to find that stillness without the mind kind of getting carried away with itself and that chatter coming back into the mind. So I really just want to invite you to immerse yourself into the practice, breathe deeply, really feel each and every sensation that you're feeling, and just try to enjoy and know that you are where you need to be. So this is going to be more of kind of a yin to our yang in our general practice. So you might be used to a lot of high intensity like workouts, or you might be into more of a vinyasa style or a power style yoga, but it's good to get this balance in your practice as well. So I really would recommend giving this a go. And yeah, the element for this practice is going to be earth. So we're going to be really grounding, really, like I said, being mindful and being in the present moment. And I hope you enjoy. So when you're ready, find yourself in a comfortable seated position on your mat. So once you've found your comfortable position, you found that stillness, take a deep breath in and really lengthen through the spine. Take a long breath out and just allow the sit bones to sink deeper down into the earth. Allow the shoulders to relax. And just know that there is nothing to do, nothing to control. You are exactly where you need to be. We're going to start with bringing some control to the breath. We're going to focus on the kumbhaka. So this is the retention of the breath. So we're going to breathe in for the count of 4, hold the breath for the count of 4, and then breathe out for the count of 6. It's all going to be in and out through the nose. So focusing on that kumbhaka, that retention, so that hold of the breath, and then that long exhalation really helps us to tap into that parasympathetic nervous system, so helping us to feel calm. So when you're ready, so breathing in for 4, holding for 4, breathing out for 6. When you're ready, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Coming back to your normal rhythm. And then engaging Ujjayi breath if that is in your practice. So if you'd like to give it a go, this is also known as the ocean breath, victorious breath, or Darth Vader breath. And this is a pranayama used to relax the physical body. It also brings that internal heat as well, but we're going to relax the body today, relax the mind, develops awareness of the subtle mind, and develops your psychic sensitivity as well. So we're going to breathe in and out through the nose, whilst at the same time engaging the muscles at the back of the throat. So you want to imagine you are like fogging up some glass or a window, so that kind of feeling in the throat, but with the lips sealed. So you might see why it's called Darth Vader breath. So we're engaging Jalandhara Bandha, so that's the throat bandha, the throat energy lock here. So really constricting those muscles at the back of the throat and really breathing into the skull. And we're going to take that breath with us throughout the practice, and it'll also help to bring the mind some focus as well. So that sound is an extra element to focus on in these poses, rather than thinking, oh, I'm just stuck here, I've got stuff to do, what am I going to have for tea? You can bring your awareness to the sound of your Ujjayi breath. So starting to engage Ujjayi breath. And if the eyes are still closed down, start to open the eyes. We're going to lie down on the back. So lie yourself down and extend the left leg out long. Hug the right knee in. And bring that knee in as far as you possibly can. Really draw that knee up and in. And when you're ready, just taking hold of the knee with the right hand, rest the left arm at the side, and then just open out that hip. We're going to hold for 3 more really deep breaths. If you want to place a pillow or a cushion or a bolster on the inside of this thigh, then please do, just to help you sink down and release that tension. And when you're ready, draw that knee back in through centre. We're taking a twist. So left hand to the outside of the knee. Allow the right arm to rest out long, And then taking that spinal twist, just drawing that knee down. The knee does not need to touch the floor. Just take it as far as feels good. Maybe gazing over to the right. So starting to wring out that spine, finding a bit of detoxification. And then come back through center, nice and slowly. Hug both the knees in. Rock from side to side. And maybe closing down the eyes throughout quite a bit of this practice to really notice what you're feeling. So here in this pose, I can feel the mat beneath me. My focus of awareness is now in my lower back, as I can feel a gentle massage on the lower back into those back muscles. And then extend the right leg out long, hug that left knee in, draw that knee up and in. And when you're ready, taking that left knee and draw the knee out to the left side. Again, placing a pillow or a bolster just on the inside of this right thigh, just to find a bit more of a restorative element here. Bringing your awareness to the breath, that sound, that oceanic sound of your Ujjayi breath. And then when you're ready, drawing that left knee in through center, taking it over to the right with the right hand, taking that twist. Nice and gentle, not forcing anything. You might be doing this first thing in the morning, so just take it nice and easy, not forcing the twist. And then come back through center. One more time just to hug those knees in. We're going to take Supta Baddha Konasana. So bringing the soles of the feet together, take hold of the feet and let the knees just come out wide. See if we can start to open those hips. Relax the head and the neck down. Bring your focus of awareness to the area where you feel this the most, and try to send that breath to this area to help you release more tension. Giving yourself a quick body scan in each pose to find any areas of tension or dis-ease, and trying to send nourishment to that area with each breath. When you're ready, release the legs, draw the knees in together, and then taking your time, finding your way up onto the sit bones. Extend the legs out long. I'm going to take a really passive Paschimottanasana. So our seated forward fold. You can place a block under the sit bones or a cushion, and then you can have a nice bend in the knees as well. Inhale, sweep the arms up, and exhale, just nice and passively, just folding forward over those legs. Not trying to chase the feet with the hands, just really easing down, maybe taking the arms under the legs. Again, bringing your awareness to the breath. And maybe being able to straighten those legs a little more with each exhalation. Take 2 more really deep breaths. Nice, and then peel the body all the way back up to your seated position. And when you're ready, cross it over at the ankles. Find your tabletop position. And just using intuitive movement here, so it doesn't have to be classic cat-cow. You can move side to side. So I've been doing quite a lot of home workouts and lots of long walks during this time in lockdown in the UK. So I'm finding our body's really quite achy, and you just want to listen to what your body needs. So I'm feeling that I need that stretch in the sides of my body. So you can take it side to side. You can take big barrel rolls, working into the sides of the body, the back of the body, and the front of the body. Use that breath. Or you can just take your cat-cow if you wish. Take 2 more rounds of full breath. And then when you're ready, bring the knees nice and wide, bring the big toes together and start to sink the hips back towards the heels. Take those knees nice and wide and creep the hands forward. Bring the forehead down to the mat or onto a pillow. Again, engaging Ujjayi breath here. As you inhale, feel that expansion in the body. And as you exhale, just feel everything melt down. And bring your awareness now to each point of contact between the body and the mat. So feeling the earth beneath the hands, the forearms, maybe the elbows. Feel the forehead connect with the mat, the shins, the tops of the feet, the toes. So Balasana, your child's pose, is a really nurturing, restful pose, and it's a really nice posture to come to when you kind of just want to be in your own little cocoon and just find that time for grounding. And from here, when you're ready, we're going to gaze forward. Come back to our tabletop position. Keep the forearms down. And then bring the belly down to the mat. Finding your Sphinx pose. So the forearms are down, palms down. Spread the fingers nice and wide. And feel the tops of the feet into the mat. Close down the eyes. Again, feeling those points of contact between the body and the mat. Gently imagine you're drawing the top of your mat closer towards you, so pulling the mat back to open that chest a little bit more. On your inhale, gaze up. Feel that stretch in the front, the front of the throat, the neck. And then gently draw the chin to chest. Now feeling that sensation in the back of the neck. Come back through center, gazing over to the right. And then over to the left. Come back through center. Find yourself all the way down onto the mat. Interlace the hands behind the body. We're going to find a nice stretch in the shoulders now, the tops of the arms. So start to roll over onto your right hip, onto your right shoulder, and step that left leg up and over the right leg. Trying to find ease in this pose with each exhalation, just allowing yourself to sink into it and maybe come a little deeper. If you'd like a bit of a hip opener as well, you can place the right ankle onto the left thigh, flexing at the right ankle to protect that knee. So kind of coming to an Ardha Padmasana, a half lotus with the legs. One more breath. And gently releasing out, come back through center. And then take it onto the left side, so rolling onto the left hip if you have space, or lightly. Rolling onto that left shoulder and step the right foot behind the left leg. Close down the eyes. Maybe finding that hip stretch here. Finding a little bit of a half lotus maybe. And then gently release. Come back through center. And release those hands down beside you. Tent up onto the fingertips. Just to the outside of your mat. I'm going to take some shoulder rolls. So just coming up slightly. I'm going to take 5 circles with the right and 5 circles with the left. So when you're ready on the right side, taking 5 big circles with the shoulder. 2, 3, 4, 5, and the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really feeling the sensations there, the clicks and the crunches. Placing the hands back down. Push yourself up, back to your tabletop position. Okay. So from here, sitting the hips back to the heels, finding just a kneeling position here, or you can find Virasana, which is our hero pose. So either, like I said, coming to a seated position, just sitting on the shins, or you can bring the sit bones to sit in between the heels here, toes pointing back. So if you want to give this a try, maybe you can find a block, pop that under the sit bones and see how that feels in the body. So just popping a block under the sit bones and sitting up on that. If not, just finding your Virasana. Place the left palm on top of the right on your lap, palms facing up. Close down the eyes. Again, give yourself a quick body scan. Notice any areas of tension. And listening to the body. So if something doesn't feel good here, ease out. Come to something that feels good. Maybe if you would like to come a little further, you can place the hands behind you, start to lean back slightly. Feel that stretch in the fat in the tops of the legs here, the quads. And then maybe you want to come a little deeper, come down to the forearms, maybe taking hold of the feet, relax the head back. And if you'd like to come all the way down to the back, being super careful of those knees and the lower back. But wherever you are, take 2 more deep breaths. And slowly finding yourself back up and back to your tabletop position. So we're going to find Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. So tuck the toes, spread the fingers nice and wide, lift the knees and send the hips up and back. So the only bit of strength here in this practice. But again, notice where you feel that connection between the body and the mat, the body and the earth. Pressing down through the palms of the hands, engaging Hasta Bandha and then Pada Bandha in the feet. Gaze back to the legs. Take any movement again, using the intuition, listening to the body, noticing what you need right now. Keeping the knees nice and bent if you need to. And from here, we're going to step the right foot forward between the hands. And lower the back knee. Place the hands on the thigh, interlace the hands, and just send that thigh forward, sink the hips down. Nice deep breaths. From here, place the hands down, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee and ground that back foot. I'm going to start to lengthen the front leg. Bring the hands to the hips. Inhale, come all the way up. Hips are nice and square to the front of the mat. And on your exhale, finding Parvattanasana, I think it's called, pyramid pose. Parvattanasana. Press the big toe down into the mat. And placing the hands down if that feels better, or onto a block. Feeling that stretch in the back of that front leg. And then bend into that front knee. Place the back knee down. Come back to your low lunge. And then find your way back to a downward facing dog. Just reminding you to come back to your breath, come back to what you're feeling in the body. Step the left foot forward and lower that back knee. Interlace the hands, place them on the thigh, and send that knee forward, send the hips down. Keep the chest nice and open. And then place the hands down, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Ground that back heel so that the back foot is 45 degrees. Inhale, come all the way up. And as you exhale, hinging forward, folding over that front leg. And again, making it quite passive. So maybe you can bring the hands down to the mat, or if not, get your blocks and bring the mat up to you. You can keep a little bend in this front knee if you need to. Try to send this right hip forward and the left hip back. And then come back down to your low lunge. Come back to your downward facing dog. And then place the knees down to the mat. We're going to sit down onto the sit bones and bring the legs nice and wide. And we're finding Parvattanasana. So bend the right knee, bringing that right sole of the foot in towards the groin. Left leg out long. Place the left hand to the inside of that left leg, and on your inhale, sweep the right arm up. Exhale, find a little side stretch here, and just take it wherever feels good. Don't force it. Keep the chest open. Maybe coming down onto the left forearm, if that feels good. Sweeping the right fingers over towards the left toes. option here to come a little bit deeper, so either stay there or you can bring the sole of the right foot down to the mat, kind of in line with the right hip. Bring that left hand to the right shin, and then as we sweep up and over, maybe we can come a little bit deeper. So using this right shin as a bit of leverage for us to come deeper, maybe taking hold of that left foot and opening the chest up to the sky. So it's a side stretch and a bit of a twist at the same time. But please do stay in that first option if this does not feel good. Come all the way back up and take it in the opposite direction. So hug the left heel in and the right leg extends out to the side. Right hand to the inside of the right leg. Inhale, sweep the left arm up, and exhale, taking that side stretch. So if you are here, that is perfect. If you're up here, pretty much still upright, absolutely fine. We just want to feel that nice opening in the side of the body, but grounding down through the sit bones, feeling nice and stable and grounded in the pelvis. Maybe coming down to the right forearm if it's there. And then your second option, to bring the sole of the left foot down, take hold of the left shin with the right ankle, or the left ankle with the right hand, sweep the left arm up, find that side stretch and a little bit of a twist. One more deep breath. And coming all the way up nice and slowly, nice and gently. Find your Baddha Konasana, so bring the soles of the feet together, knees out to the side. Maybe find a little bit of movement here, maybe finding a fold. Okay, from here we're going to find Agni Stalambasana. So this is our fire log pose. This may not be suitable for you, so if not, just come to any kind of cross-leg position. So maybe your Sukhasana, crossing at the shins, maybe your Ardha Padmasana, your half lotus, or your full lotus. But if you're coming to your fire log pose, we're aiming to have the knees in line with the hips and flex at the ankles. And we want to stack the right knee on top of the left foot and the right foot on top of the left knee. So it's kind of like a square shape. Stacking the shins, flexing the ankles. And yeah, feeling that sensation in the outer hips. Just place the hands down. Another option to come to here is your figure 4 pose. So you would just come to this pose if this doesn't feel good for you. But from here, bring your 2 peace fingers and place them down onto the mat. Close down the eyes. Bring your awareness to the fingertips. Feeling that grounding. And drawing up that energy from the earth into the body. One more breath. And Maybe give the hips a little wiggle from side to side, and then come to the other leg. So this time, again, shins are stacked, left foot on top of the right knee, left knee on top of the right foot, flex the ankles, sit tall, ground through the sit bones, but come into any of the other options if that feels better for you, because this isn't probably accessible for everyone. So come into either figure 4 pose or your pigeon pose or any kind of cross-leg position. Bringing the fingertips down to the earth, closing the eyes. Slightly tucking chin to chest so we can engage Ujjayi breath. Nice. And release. We're going to find our way down onto the mat. So lying down, and we're going to take a really nice restorative pose now. So this is our legs up the wall pose. So if you do have a wall or a wardrobe like me, you can actually bring the legs and just rest the legs up against the wall. Bring the hips and the sit bones as close to the wall as you can, and just let the wall support the legs here. Sending that fresh blood supply to the brain. It's really quite an energizing but restorative at the same time. You can maybe place a block under the hips if you need that elevation. Or if you don't have a wall, just let the legs kind of dangle up into the air. Again, if this doesn't feel good on the lower back, either placing a block under the sacrum, or you can place your hands there just to elevate the hips slightly. Relax the feet. Take some really nice deep breaths here. It's a really stress relieving pose. I like to do this at night time before bed. An option now to come to our Salamba Sarvangasana, so our shoulder stand. So when you're ready, if you would like to come into shoulder stand, we can either just stay here in legs up the wall or come to your shoulder stand. So start to lift the hips, send the legs up and place the hands into the lower back. It's going to be quite hard to speak in this pose. The chin is tucking towards the chest. And you want to press the hips forward. We kind of want to be at 180 degrees here. Making sure that the gaze stays up to the toes or to the belly. You don't want to bring the neck out of its neutral position here. Well, it's not a neutral position, but you don't want to look left or right in this pose. Take some deep breaths, maybe watching the belly rise and fall. And then when you're ready, gently lowering down. Take those toes behind you, maybe come into a plow pose. And then placing the hands down to the mat, roll the spine back down. Nice. Place the soles of the feet down to the mat, and we'll take our fish pose, Matsyasana. So extend the legs out long. Place the hands just under the bottom, and you're going to press down into the forearms and lift the chest. Oh, I'm banging into the wall. So start to lift the chest and come up onto the crown of the head. Really open out that throat, point the toes. One more breath. And then slowly and gently come back down. Hug the knees in. Rock from side to side. And then get nice and warm, get nice and comfortable. Find any kind of position. So you can find your Shavasana here. So kind of just starfish out onto the mat, let everything go. Or you can get nice and comfortable, get some cushions, some blankets, place them wherever feels good, maybe under the legs, under the head, just under back to open out into the heart space, whatever feels good. But again here, notice the body lying down on your mat. Bring your focus of awareness to each little point of contact between the body and the mat. The heels, the backs of the legs, the glutes, the middle back, the upper back, the shoulders, the backs of the arms and the hands, the back of the head, and now just imagine you are sinking a little deeper into the earth, into your mat, and you feel heavy on your mat. With each breath out, imagine that sinking sensation, really rooting down. Taking a few more moments here, popping the video on pause when you're ready. Or if you're ready to move, just start to deepen the breath. to bring some movements into the body, fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Keep the eyes closed down. And in your own time, really take your time after any other kind of movement or stretch that the body needs. Come up to your comfortable seat. And place the right hand onto the heart centre, the centre of the chest, and the left hand on top of the right. Notice what you feel, notice the heartbeat, the rise and fall of the chest. Being completely in this moment. Now bring the hands together in Anjali Mudra, press the palms together, feeling balanced. And bringing the thumbs to the third eye centre, and feel the feeling of gratitude, feeling grateful for your practice, grateful for having this balance. I'm grateful for yourself for rolling out your mat today. Namaste.